All right, here's the number one thing that you can do in your business every day that will make a huge difference in your success. And that is raise your vibe. Raise your vibe. Every day, it is the number one priority for me, for all of my clients. It's the number one thing. So this is what we're going to talk about today on this week's episode of Joyful Business TV. Hi, I'm Laura West. I am the founder of the Center for Joyful Business at joyfulbusiness.com, and I am a success and mindset coach. So for over 20 years, I have been working with all different types of successful coaches, healers, therapists, creatives, and conscious business owners like you who want to live and be in business following their soul purpose, right? You just want to do your soul work, right? That work, your purpose, that work that you love so much that you know you are here and meant to do. And you want to make great money. You want to feel really good that you've changed lives, and you don't want the marketing to be a slog, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about in every episode that we do. But in particular, today, we are going to talk about the incredible importance of maintaining or getting back into a high vibe, a high vibration for the success of your business. I consider this to be one of the number one things for entrepreneurs, because when you get up in the morning, there's nobody who's saying, hey, you got a deadline, you need to get this to me. You're not part of a chain of, I can't produce the thing until your widget's here, or we can't do the billing until you sell something, that kind of thing. It's all about you, right? You are the golden goose in your business as far as creating new programs, making offers, doing your marketing, getting new clients, working with clients, and things like that. And so it takes a lot of energy. And the more successful you are, the more energy it takes, right? It does, you get to a certain point where it takes a lot of energy. And then at that point, you got to start shifting the way that you're doing things. So then look at some of my other episodes about leveraging, creating new systems, prioritizing, hiring a team, and things like that. But you know what? The through line through all of this is that your success during the day is going to depend on your energy and your attitude. Are you in that abundant attitude where things are possibility? I like to call it possibility land. Or are you feeling down, feeling depleted, or you're getting caught in the doubt vortex? Hey, it happens to us all. It doesn't matter what level you are or how seasoned you are in your business. If you're new, seasoned, or what I call legacy, it's easy to get down. It's easy to get caught in the vortex. It's easy to get afraid of what's coming next. But the number one thing you can do is to raise your vibe. So energy management, which is another way of raising your vibe, it is absolutely essential. So let me just share. I'm going to share 7 different ways to be able to raise your vibe. And what I want to say about raising your vibe is that it's all about, this is why I called my business Joyful Business, right? That when you raise your vibe and you're in the joy, the expansive, the love, enthusiasm, passion, those are some of the top emotions for vibrations. You're expansive, right? You have access to more resilience, more resources, more ideas, more connection, right? When you're feeling down, you're feeling depleted, you're feeling constricted, you're feeling angry, you're feeling resentment, all those kind of lower vibrations, they're not negative, they're not bad vibrations. They actually inform us of things that are going on. So I'm a big proponent. We need to expand our range of all the emotions. However, when you're working in your business, it's important to be able to go through the emotions and get yourself to a point where you are in a more creative and expansive emotional frame. All right, so let's talk about 7 of my favorite ways to be able to raise your vibe. All right, number 1, this is how I start my day every day. I'm going to take a sip of water before we get going. It's like the new layer of allergy producing stuff is blooming this month. All right, number 1 thing is to create daily rituals so that you slip on into those rituals. You don't have to think about it. You just do your daily rituals that naturally help raise your vibration, right? Raise your attitude, make you feel good. So things like doing morning meditation or affirmations. I'm a big believer in guided meditation, that can help you relax, takes you through a process that helps you relax, and then helps you get centered and helps you practice just coming back to center. That is really huge. I use meditations on the Calm app and on Insight Timer. Those are some of my favorite ones. I know a lot of my clients will go to YouTube and look for things like that. Part of that morning meditation can also be saying your affirmations. And I am a huge believer in having soul nourishing affirmations, not affirmations that you can't believe that actually, I am rich, I am beautiful. You're like, yeah, and today I'm not feeling it, right? But you can have affirmations like more and more, I am feeling wealthy, more and more, I see abundance all around me. So if you want more about that, go over to my website at joyfulbusiness.com. Look for the Energy Jam. It's a fantastic product that will help give you a library of positive, soul-nourishing, believable affirmations. And you can create your own Energy Jam to start your day with. All right, part of your morning rituals could be journaling. And you don't have to do all of these, right? You pick, I like to have a buffet of my rituals, and then on these, and then I go, some of these are my go-to, right? A little bit of morning meditation, a little energy jam, a little bit of journaling, journaling just to get things out of your head. I love to do morning pages that help me just get things out of my head. And then some journaling that is more co-creating with the universe. And I do this in a number of different ways. I have a great 7-day journal, free journal over at joyfulbusiness.com that you can go and download when it talks about, I have a free gift over there called Activating Your Abundance, Co-Creating with the Universe. And that 7-day journal is a great practice about talking to the universe and asking about things in your business, asking what kind of guidance you need that day. All right, your morning rituals. You can also do some things like sitting out in nature, or even that morning ritual can be your cup of tea or your cup of coffee. One year, it's been probably a good 15 years ago, I wrote an article for a national magazine that was published. At the time, it was called Motto Magazine. It was all about passion, purpose, and profit. And I did a research project where I interviewed 45 different people who were in different types of businesses, different corporate professions, entrepreneurs, and asked them what their favorite ritual was to help them get into that joy energy. And 90% of them, probably even 95% of them said their morning cup of coffee or their morning tea, right? So you can have a mindful cup of coffee, right? Which you probably already do because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'm a tea drinker. And it's like when you sip that hot water, when just the way it grounds you, connects you to the day, you can be thoughtful about your day, set your intentions for the day. So you can have it be a mindful, intentional cup of coffee. All right. The second category for how to raise your vibe is to move your body. Oh my gosh, that helps so much. And I can resist this like crazy, but it helps whenever I do it. When you move your body, it's like you really are changing your state, right? And you can do it whatever way works for you, right? It might be getting on the treadmill. It might be walking. It might be running. It might be taking a little hike. We have this great trail right near here that goes up into this park, Seashore State Park, or it used to be called that. Now it's called First Landing Park. And I love taking a hike up into that park. It might be doing dancing, free dance, 5 rhythms, Nia dance. I do some variation of all of those lots of times. Dance just helps me free my mind, and in freeing your body and loosening up your body, it will help free your mind. So another good one for that is called Body Groove. It is just fun and positive, and I love these things. I have a whole buffet of things that I use just depending on the day. All right, number 3 to help raise your vibe. And it's called practicing exquisite self-care. All right. When you are an entrepreneur and you're the one that is, you're generating the clients, you're generating the content, you're generating the marketing, the connections, the following up, right? You're delivering whatever it is that you're delivering, right? Whether it's your accounting, your insurance, your coaching, your healing, whatever that might be. It is essential that you are taking care of you, right? You've got to take care of you. And so that can be everything from mindful eating, like whatever that looks like for you, to really get clear. And this is something that I'm really starting to do in a big way, is really noticing, when do I get the congestion, right? Where my throat starts getting all tangled up, right? Is it because of allergies? Is it because I had a little too much caffeine? Is it because I had a little too much sugar? That mindful eating, because it really impacts the way that you show up, right? It impacts whether you're sleeping well. So that's another place to look on exquisite self-care. You're getting really good quality rest and sleep. Sometimes I just need to have a nap, and I've just given into it. And it seems like the opposite of being highly productive and being this really successful entrepreneur. But it is a thing that will help me get through the afternoon, so I have this renewed sense of energy, right? The other thing you want to look at is, what are the things to take care of your body, to keep it in good working form? You know, especially with all the Zooms that we're doing, you know, sitting all day long is not a good thing, right? It doesn't help us access our creativity. It doesn't help us access more resourcefulness, more ideas, more confidence. So doing things like getting your massages, going to the chiropractor, things like that, that will really help. Acupuncture, those are all great things for helping you keep your body in good tune, right? And that's going to help you keep your vibe up. Number 4, and this is related, is making sure that you've got like a team of your energy and belief shifting people who can really help you. So working with a coach or an energy healer to help shift those deeper patterns, those beliefs, you know, that place where you get stuck in the doubt vortex over and over and over again, right? Because what they say is new level, new devil. So it's like every level that you go to, every time you expand, you're going to knock up against that ceiling of whatever your beliefs are. You know, you're not enough, all the different variations, right? And so having people on hand who can help you with Reiki or EFT tapping. I used to do a lot of that in my business. Psych K is another one that I bring in quite a bit. I also have bring in Akashic healing in my work, because I just find that so often what gets in our way from being able to raise our vibration, being able to have a successful business, is that we need to heal and release those beliefs that are getting in the way. So to me, they all go hand in hand. All right, number 5 is intentionally surrounding yourself with positive energy. So how do you do that? And I'm talking about your environment, how your environment impacts your energy. You want to raise your vibe? You know what? You have full permission to declutter that closet, right? To declutter your counter. I know that for me, by the time I get to Friday, I have just got to clear the decks. And so I go around and I just clear everything. Everything has to be off the kitchen counter, off the table, off the desk in my office. I put my paints in my studio away. I just like to have a clean surface so that I can then just, it gives me space. It's like when you free that chi, because it's like all of it has energy. If you're really cluttered and you've got all this energy everywhere, they all have these cords of energy. And so they get all tangled up. It's kind of like if you've ever had a PC computer, you always had to do the defrag. You know, I remember, I don't know if you still do that, because I'm a Mac convert now, so I don't have to defrag. But it's like but every now and then we got to shut off our computers, right? Because it's kind of like it needs a reset, right? Same thing for your space. Your environment needs that reset. Also, part of your environment is surrounding yourself with positive words, positive images, quotes, things that bring you joy and beauty. So I have lots of different stones around. I might have some essential oils playing. I have plants that I love. I have pictures that just make me feel really good. When my eyes lay on them, my heart is lifted. All right. That's all going to help amp your vibe, raise your vibe. Okay. The next one is to connect with like-minded entrepreneurs. This is all part of creating a really soul-nourishing environment, is to find other entrepreneurs. And especially if you're a spiritual entrepreneur, not only are you an entrepreneur doing it differently than your corporate friends, but you're a spiritual entrepreneur. So you're bringing in and talking about things like value, or you might be talking about the spiritual. You're talking about raising your vibe, right? You need to be around other people who are raising their vibe. So attending networking events of your like-spirited people, joining online communities, participating in mastermind groups or memberships. I have a Joyful Business studio, and a lot of people love to be in the studio because they love the community. I always attract all these creative, like-minded, spiritual, heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. All right. And then the last one is to make sure you're feeding your mind, your heart, and your soul with really good soul nourishing ideas and fresh perspectives, right? So that means listening to podcasts, right? Reading books, online magazines, not just reading the news and the daily stuff that gets fed to you, but looking for new ideas, new perspectives, listening to what, going on YouTube, listening to videos, watching a TV show like this, taking classes to help keep you in that growth mindset and help keep you feeling really fresh. Especially when you are raising your vibe, this is something that is new. We don't naturally have that. We have at the base level, we all want to protect, right? We want to protect, and we scan the environment for the negative things that could hurt us and harm us. And so now that we're in this time and place where we don't have to do that quite as much, it's like we actually want to cultivate that positive mindset. And so to do that, you need to keep feeding your heart, your mind, your soul with positive examples, and just keep it takes time to change those new create new neural pathways that are going to be soul nourishing. They're going to be uplifting. They're going to be like, yes, I can do this. Yes, the world needs my ideas. All of those things that help us keep in this expansion mode. All right, so let me recap. We're going to wrap up for today. Let me recap the 7 easy and fun ways what you can do to raise your vibes, to really amp up your vibe, be in this highest vibration so that you can access your creativity, access resiliency, you have more confidence, and you are like ready to go, right? So number 1 is create those daily rituals, your go-to rituals to help you align your mindset. Number 2 is to move your body in some way so that you can free the tension, the anxiety. Number 3 is to practice exquisite self-care, right? Nourish the golden goose, all right? Number 4 is making sure you use people who will help you shift your energy, shift your beliefs to get out of that doubt vortex. Number 5 is surrounding yourself with positive energy, making sure your environment really supports your expansion and your success. And then number 6 is connecting with like-minded entrepreneurs. You can also go over to my Facebook group, speaking of like-minded entrepreneurs. You can search in the groups for Joyful Business Community, and love to have you over there. And then number 7 is to feed your mind, your heart, your soul with really positive influences like podcasts and TV shows and things like that. So what I know is that when you integrate these practices in your daily life, you are going to start transforming. When you practice, and you don't have to do every single thing every single day, right? But I get my clients to create a menu so that they don't have to think about it, right? And they've got this on an index card, they have it on sticky notes, they have it on, a lot of them will go into Canva and create a fun joy ritual menu. And then you've got this buffet. And every morning choose, all right, how do I shift? How do I shift? What do I need more of? Maybe I need to go deeper and get my energy healing coach, right? Maybe I need to go deeper and get a like-minded community. Really reach in for what do I need to do today to raise up my vibe so that I can have the best day possible. Okay, hope you found this really helpful, really enjoyable today. I'd love to hear your feedback. Feel free to leave me a message over at Facebook and or go to my website and there's a contact form, or you can email me if you're on my list. All right, thanks so much. And make sure you go over to joyfulbusiness.com. There's lots of resources over there, a few things I've mentioned. We've got some free resources. We have lots of other episodes of the TV show. And then we also have some really great products that can help you, like the Energy Jam and things like that. All right, take good care, and I will see you next week. Thanks. Thank you for watching this episode of Joyful Business TV. I want to invite you to get more creative strategies and support for growing your business. You can start right now by activating your abundance mindset with a really powerful creative visualization that will help you get into the universal abundance current, one of my favorite things to do. And you'll also get a companion 7-day journal that will help you create a daily habit of co-creating with the universe. These are two powerful resources that you can get started right now to help grow your business and activate that abundant mindset. You just go over to activateabundancegift.com.